Hey, I haven't made a video in a while, and I just wanted to make something about something I was just inspired about, and I've been thinking about and talked to a lot of friends about, which is about deserving. I see a lot of posts all the time about people deserving things, and deserving is one of the best ways to block your manifestation. Thinking that you need to deserve something or you're working to deserve something, it can block it or it can just prolong it. Deserving is bullshit. If we needed to be deserving of life to have it, the majority of us would drop dead immediately. Like, how many of you, by a raise of hands, thank the trees every day for oxygen, and the plants for oxygen, and the sun for the warmth and all this stuff? How much of us really do that? Probably very little of us, not even me, right? And I'm practicing gratitude all the time, and I have to remind myself to do those little things, because those little things are those things that's keeping us alive. Because if the sun doesn't come up one day, or the trees stop producing oxygen, we're all dead. And what is deserving anyway? What does deserving consist of? Like, who says that, okay, finally you deserve something? Oh, you've done enough work, now you deserve it. When That's different for everybody, right? Deserving is bullshit. What you need to have is audacity. You have to have audacity to believe that you can have something now, that something is yours. The wife I have, the family I have, a lot of times I don't feel like I deserved her. Especially when I first got my wife, I really didn't feel like I deserved her. But I had the audacity to expect her. I expected that I needed to have a woman like this in my life that treated me well and things like that. But according to the world, a lot of people used to come up to me and say, when they first found out that I was dating my girlfriend, because, if you saw the video, how I manifested my soulmate, she was in a sorority. Oh, she is in a sorority. She's AKA, right? And I was a goddamn individual, as they call people that's not in sororities, fraternities. And I didn't have any money. I didn't have a car. I was super young. I skipped 2 grades, so I got to college. I was 17 when I was in college. Everybody else was older. Plus, she was a sophomore and I was a freshman. So she was like, I was 17 and I think she was 19 or 20 when we started dating. So everything was working against me. I should have been older. I should have been richer. I should have had a car. I should have been smarter. I should have had a great body. I didn't barely start working out then, so I was a little bit chubby. So I didn't, but I was cute. I looked good and stuff like that. But I mean, I was not the top bachelor in the school. So when I introduced myself, when I introduced as my girlfriend a lot of time, people that knew me and people that didn't know me would be like, "Get the hell out of here! That's not your girlfriend." I remember one time I was playing basketball and she was coming onto the court, and somebody actually was like, they started talking about her and how good she looks, and I was like, "Chill, that's my girl," and they started laughing. They thought I was joking, and then she came up and gave me a hug and kiss, and everybody's jaw dropped. So, according to the world, I did not deserve my girl, right? And sometimes in my own head, I felt like I didn't deserve her, but I never acted that way. You see, a lot of things can go through your head. You can have fears, you can have doubts, you can have all type of stuff going through your head. The problem is not what's going through your head. The problem is what you're acting on. What energy are you acting on? Are you acting on the doubts, or are you acting on the beliefs? The expectations, the gratitude, the love, the joy, the inspiration. What you act from is what you are manifesting, right? Because we all have fears in our mind. We all have doubts and things like that. But we also have, expectations and inspirations and, and things that we would love to create and be and stuff like that. So forget about deserving. You deserve it or not, who gives a fuck? I don't care if you deserve it. What do you expect? And the best way to expect something is through gratitude. That's the way I teach my son right now when he wants something, to go to bed thanking God for it. Thank you, God, for it. Thank you, God, for it. Thank you, God, for it. And then he'll get inspiration to do something, or it'll just come to him. But the best way to expect something, the best way to have the audacity to want to expect something, is to be grateful for it already. So I was grateful for the girl that I wanted. You know, I knew what I wanted, and I knew it was a matter of time, and I expected that. All the cars I have, I talked about all my manifestation videos about the cars and stuff like that. My from my first BMW to my third BMW, my first was probably the biggest manifestation because I never thought I could have one. But then the second is when I got into the 535, which I thought that was like a car that it was a big car to me at the time. And each one of those I didn't deserve. Like, I remember, first of all, a lot of people in my family, including my parents, have never had a luxury car, and they work a lot harder than me for a lot longer than me. If anybody deserves those cars, it's them. But they don't have it because they didn't expect it. They didn't have a desire for it, a burning desire. And they didn't expect it and believe that they can have it, right? So your belief, what you have the audacity to expect, will trump what you think you deserve. So those cars, like the first one, I remember, I was working full time at that time. I had my regular 9-to-5 job, my dream job and things like that. But the salary I was making did not, well, the world would say, you don't deserve a car with that salary. Or my credit at the time would say, you don't deserve that car, but I got it. And I also was, I think I talked about it in another video, I also was upside down in the other car. So, you made a bad deal in this other car, and now you're upside down in it. You don't deserve to get this other car, But I manifested a way to get that car. It was miraculous. You should watch the video of the 330 that I manifested. And the second car, I remember going in there with no money, and did I have no money? Well, no, at first I had no money. I manifested the money before I got the car. But my point is that every single car I got, everybody around me would say, like the responsible people would say, you don't deserve that car. You haven't worked enough for that car. You don't have enough good credit for that car, or whatever it is. But I didn't care about this. I don't care about deserving. I really don't. It's not about deserving. It's about expectation. It's about audacity. The people in this world that have the most and created the life that they want, you think they deserve it? You see people that's rich out there and and living this great life and stuff like that, and they'll some of them are unconscious creators, so they don't know how they really create. They think they created through their hard work. Nobody works harder than a slave. Nobody works harder than a slave, and a slave has nothing. Okay, so it's not hard work, it's mind work, it's vibes and stuff like that. If you have the right vibe and you act on the right vibe, you will eventually manifest what you want, or better. But you have to have the audacity. Audacity helps a lot, because audacity helps you to overcome all the beliefs in your head that's telling you that you can't have it and why you can't have it. So you have to have the audacity, because those beliefs of why you can't have something will manifest in the form of things around you, of roadblocks around you and people around you. So you have to have the audacity to step over those roadblocks, to walk past those people, and still go towards your goal and say, you know what, I don't care, if I'm old enough, I'm not old enough, or I'm too old. I don't care if I don't have enough money. I don't care if I'm not responsible enough. I don't care, if I don't look good enough, or if I don't have enough money, or if I don't work hard enough. I don't care about any of that stuff. This is what I want. This is what I will have. And I will begin to practice gratitude for that thing every day. Have the audacity to believe whatever it is that you want, you can have it. And just start being grateful for it now, and start feeling the gratitude for it now, and let it happen.